Night falls, and a chill runs through the heart of America. There are stories that creep into our lives and refuse to leave. These are not tales whispered around a campfire, but real tragedies that echo through decades. Their shadows stretch across generations, haunting everyone who hears them. The true crime cases that linger do so, because they touch something deep and fearful in us. When a crime is particularly shocking, it isn't the blood or violence that truly unsettles us. It's the way these events shatter our sense of safety. We start to wonder about the evil that can hide behind an ordinary face. We question the world we think we know. The unknown becomes more terrifying than the crime itself. People are drawn to these stories like moths to a flame. We want answers. We crave justice. But sometimes the answers never come. The mysteries remain, and the darkness grows thicker with each passing year. This essay explores 3 of America's darkest mysteries. Each case is a reminder of how fragile our reality can be. Each story still haunts us, not only because of what happened, but because of what we may never know. Some true crime cases stand out above the rest. They are more than just headlines. They become legends, stories handed down, debated on internet forums, discussed in classrooms, and dissected in documentaries. These are cases that changed how people lock their doors and look at strangers. Why do these crimes stay with us? It's not only because of the horror, it's because they reveal cracks in our society. They expose weaknesses in the justice system. They press on wounds that never quite heal. The questions they raise seem impossible to answer. The Zodiac Killer, the Black Dahlia, and the Atlanta child murders are 3 such cases. Each one is unique. Each one is terrifying in its own way. Yet all 3 share a core similarity. They leave us with unfinished stories. As long as the mysteries remain, the fear never truly fades. What is it about these cases that makes them unforgettable? It's the way they force us to confront the unknown. We are left staring into the darkness, hoping for a glimpse of the truth, but finding only more questions. It began in the late 1960s in Northern California. Couples parked on quiet lovers' lanes became targets. A masked figure struck with cold precision, leaving bodies and terror in his wake. He called himself the Zodiac Killer. And from the start, he wanted the world to know his name. The Zodiac wasn't content with murder alone. He sent letters to newspapers, taunting police and the public. His notes were filled with cryptic symbols and chilling threats. "I like killing people because it is so much fun," one letter read. Enclosed with some letters were ciphers, puzzles he dared the world to solve. The authorities scrambled to catch him, yet the Zodiac always seemed just out of reach. He claimed at least 5 victims, but said he killed many more. The fear he created was as real as the bodies left behind. San Francisco and its neighboring towns felt the chill of his presence for years. To this day, we do not know who he was. The Zodiac Killer was never caught. His true identity remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries, locked away behind strange codes and unanswered questions. The Zodiac story is more than a string of murders. It's a riddle that refuses to be solved. Every letter he sent was a game. Some ciphers have been cracked, revealing taunts and clues. Others remain a secret, as if holding the key to the killer's true self. The police followed countless leads. Suspects came and went. Names like Arthur Lee Allen and others entered the public imagination. Yet, every promising clue led to another dead end. DNA technology, so powerful in other cases, has not unlocked the Zodiac's identity. Why do we remain obsessed with this case? It is not just the horror of the crimes. It is the sense that someone out there knows the truth. The killer watched the world try and fail to catch him. He became a legend, a faceless villain hiding behind a mask of words and symbols. The Zodiac Killer still haunts the imagination. He is a reminder that evil can be clever, that it can hide in plain sight, and that some mysteries are never meant to be solved. In 1947, Los Angeles woke to a nightmare. On the morning of January 15th, the body of a young woman was found in a vacant lot. She was Elizabeth Short, only 22 years old. The press called her the Black Dahlia. The details of her death were almost too gruesome to believe. Elizabeth's body had been cut in half, drained of blood, and posed with chilling care. Her face was slashed in a grotesque smile. The brutality shocked even seasoned police officers. Reporters swarmed the scene, hungry for every detail. The city buzzed with fear and rumor. Elizabeth Short had dreams of becoming a star. Instead, she became a symbol of lost innocence and Hollywood's dark side. The investigation quickly became a circus. Suspects were questioned, but the killer slipped away into the shadows. No one has ever been officially charged with her murder. The Black Dahlia case remains one of the most infamous unsolved crimes in American history, a story as haunting as the city that bore it. Why does the Black Dahlia case still capture our imagination? Partly it is the horror of the crime itself. The violence was shocking, even for a city used to scandal. But it is also the mystery, the sense that something remains hidden, just out of reach. Over the decades, countless theories have surfaced. Some blame a jealous lover. Others point to a twisted doctor or a shadowy figure from the city's underworld. Books, movies, and documentaries have tried to piece together the puzzle. But with every new clue comes another question. Elizabeth Short's story speaks to our deepest fears about vulnerability. She was young, alone, and hoping for a better life. Her death is a reminder of how quickly dreams can turn into nightmares. The face in the old photograph still stares out at us, asking for justice. The Black Dahlia haunts Los Angeles to this day. The truth remains buried beneath layers of rumor and speculation. The city has moved on, but the mystery will not let go. Between 1979 and 1981, Atlanta was gripped by terror. Children and young adults, mostly black, began to disappear. Bodies turned up in rivers, woods, and vacant lots. In total, at least 29 children and teenagers lost their lives. The city was paralyzed by fear. Parents kept their children close. Police searched night and day. The community demanded answers. The scale and pattern of the murders was like nothing the city had seen before. It felt as if a shadow was hunting Atlanta's most vulnerable. In 1981, police arrested Wayne Williams, a young music promoter. He was convicted of killing 2 adults, and authorities closed the book on most of the child murders. But many families were left unconvinced. Some wondered if Williams was truly guilty of all the crimes. The pain of those years has never fully healed. The Atlanta child murders remain a wound in the city's history, a terrifying chapter with many questions left unanswered. The arrest of Wayne Williams brought some relief, but it never truly ended the mystery. He always maintained his innocence. Some families of the victims believed the real killer, or killers, were never caught. Others are haunted by the idea that justice was rushed just to calm a frightened city. Evidence against Williams was largely circumstantial. Fiber analysis and witness testimony helped convict him, but doubt has always lingered. Over the years, new investigators have reopened the files, searching for overlooked clues or hidden truths. The city of Atlanta tries to move forward, but the questions refuse to fade. Who took these children? Was it one person or more? Why was the community ignored for so long before authorities took action? Each question is a reminder of the limits of justice. The Atlanta child murders changed how the nation viewed crime and race. The faces of the lost children stare out from old photos, demanding answers. The mystery endures, casting a long shadow over Atlanta's sense of safety. America's darkest mysteries are more than old news stories. They are scars on the nation's memory. We are drawn to them because they reveal the things we fear most: evil without reason, justice denied, and questions that may never have answers. The Zodiac Killer, the Black Dahlia, the Atlanta child murders. These cases shake us not just because of the violence, but because they force us to confront the unknown. We want to believe that every crime has a solution, every victim gets justice, and every question has an answer. But reality is often colder and more complex. These stories never really end. They live on in the minds of investigators, families, and anyone who hears them. They remind us that darkness can hide anywhere. They challenge us to keep searching, to keep asking, and to never stop hoping for the truth. As you finish reading these stories, ask yourself, can we ever be satisfied with the unknown? Or will these mysteries always haunt us, urging us to look just a little deeper into the shadows?